Must have. How many I have?
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to speak for restorative and repair therapies for focal cartilage defects in young. As you know that the cartilage, hyaline cartilage is avascular and its healing capacity is virtually negligible. Full thickness chondral defects, they grow in size and grades and with time progress to arthritis. Little healing that does occur, it is predominantly with fibrocartilage, which is mechanically inferior in withstanding the shear and compressive forces. And in the last 15 days, I tried to go through multiple articles on conservative management of focal chondral lesions of the knee, and I could not see a single article with a very documented guidelines for the physiotherapy and other things. And they suggested that offloading braces that you use, they often cause muscle atrophy. NSAIDs, they control synovitis, but use limited in time due to GI and renal side effects. Intraarticular steroids, they only control the synovitis part, but cause cartilage thinning in long run. PRP glucosamines have been shown to have no benefit in long-term cartilage repair. So now we look at some of the articles which suggest how much is the load. So David Flanagan did a systematic review of focal chondral defects in athletes, and they found that 36% of the athletes have chondral defects and only 14% of them are asymptomatic. Rest two-thirds have pain, mechanical symptoms, and they do not go back to the sports. With increasing participation, this only is going to go up. So another article by Widochowski, he did a retrospective study of 25,000 knees, and he saw that cartilage defects are seen in 60% of the knees, and isolated chondral defects are seen in 5% too, and he was of the opinion that natural history of the cartilage lesion is largely unpredictable and unknown. And in comparison to individuals with osteoarthritis, individuals with isolated focal chondral defects are younger, they are physically demanding patients, and they are less likely to accept limitations in daily activities, and they wish to go back to the sports at a pre-injury levels. So I'm going to show some articles which are for the various restorative therapies. First is microfracture, basically works on the influx of stem cell growth factors and fibrin clots to heal. Predominantly the healing is fibrocartilage, which is mechanically inferior. So a study by Thomas Gill, who did a systematic review of return to sports after microfracture, he suggested that 66% of patients were able to go back to sports at an average of 8 months, and 42% went back to pre-injury levels. Another RCT by Gudas et al., they suggested that 92% of patients of osteochondral autograft transfer had a very good results, and average return to sports was 6 months. Remember, osteochondral autograft transplantation is the only method which replaces hyaline for a hyaline cartilage and provides immediate stability for the graft. Unisomre did a retrospective study of 152 cases of mosaicoplasty, and they were of the opinion that 94% of the patients had a very decently good outcome. This is a image from the same article which shows that the osteochondral graft has fully incorporated at a bone-to-bone interface, and the cartilage seen is more similar to the hyaline cartilage. Paper by Dinsha Padiwala and Virion Narvekar sir, outcomes of gel-based ACI in articular cartilage defects of knee. They studied 110 patients, 56 traumatic and 51 OCD lesions with a mean defect of 4.2 centimeters. At a 7 to 10 year follow-up, they were, both the knee scores, the Lysholm and the knee outcome sports society scale, they improved significantly. Mokart scale score for the cartilage repair seen on the MRI was almost 84%, which is as good as the very close to the hyaline cartilage imaging on the normal MRI. This is the image from the same article. You see the osteochondral defects have been covered with the gel-based ACI, and the MRI images below, they show near normal cartilage repair which has occurred, the cartilage regenerate which has occurred. Another article, another image from the same, here the subchondral bone was damaged and repaired with the bone grafting in ACI. Again, you see the MRI, at the site of the lesion, almost complete coverage by the hyaline cartilage is seen. So, and that was a 2 years follow-up. This is a paper by Joseph Nasser. It's a systematic review and meta-analysis of 47 studies, including 2,000 patients, and they studying various restorative therapies. They were of the opinion that most of the restorative therapy, whether OATS, ACI, had a very good outcome at the end of 2 years. And another article by Aaron Kinch and Ayush Parikh, return to sports after surgical management of articular cartilage lesion. The return to sports was 76% of all the patients who had undergone surgery. Highest return was with OATS therapy, 93%, and fastest return to sports was at 6 months. Another article by Jadwar Dhillon, a meta-analysis of third generation ACI, which is primarily the gel-based ACI. They observed that the knee scores and knee functions definitely improves at 5 years follow-up. Another article by Nashi and Liu, again modified ACI improves outcomes at 5 years. The only article probably that I saw was from David Grevinston. They studied the histological and immunohistochemical properties of the cartilage regenerate, and they could show that the cartilage regenerate had type 2 collagen, which is seen in the hyaline cartilage. Alcian blue staining of the glycosaminoglycans was positive, which means that the matrix also comes back.
10 seconds.
This is the article from the same. Done.
Yeah.